Valentyn Pospielov, writer, call sign the 40th, Dnipro. He is a representative of the new generation of Ukrainian writers. He started out as a political science student, musician and organizer of charity festivals in Dnipro, though literature became his true passion. Despite his young age, Valentyn won the reputation of an author with a voice of his own and recognized style. His works are characterized by a bold combination of genres: politics and magic, psychological thriller, fantasy, dystopia and science fiction. There is black humor and alarming predictions in these texts. The author follows the principle to frighten and to warn, in order to remind us that the responsibility today will inevitably ruin tomorrow. Really, all the books I write are rather gloomy and they are predominantly about the future. No doubt this is a warning for society, for the reader and for the author himself that certain events, certain things, certain actions have consequences. And those consequences are predominantly negative. So this is a warning. Ukrainian society is the hero of my novels, almost all of them, at least those concerning a trilogy of northern cities. And the real world people do not reflect much. They chaotically move about in life, depending on their cultural and biological peculiarities. They make these or those decisions and then they face certain consequences. One of the first thoughts when I woke up on February 24 was something like that: well, I hexed. It seemed to me that my books are more of fantasy about post-war Ukraine, but it turned out that reality was much closer than anything that was written in my books. Valentyn wrote his first dystopian novel, Massacre, at the age of 18. It describes a gloomy world of the future in which human civilization is in decline, choosing the way of political dictatorship and totalitarian ideology. Before the very beginning of the Great War, the first part of the book series, A Trilogy of Northern Cities, was to be published. It was Stockholm. We signed a contract in 2021 and it wasn't planned for March 2022. We had already done a lot of work and I was fully immersed then. During the war in 2024, the second book from the series A Trilogy of Northern Cities was published, Oslo. It is a story about politics, magic and the possible future of Ukraine in the 2030s and further on. Let's say the main thoughts of the trilogy were proved by reality, which is a pity. If in 2022-23 I had some doubts, maybe I was not looking in the right place, but now, in the summer of 2025, the trilogy is how I envisioned it, and it must be published as it is the right outlook in the events, sadly. If Stockholm is more of a general picture, a kind of mosaic, Oslo, on the contrary, is a story of rather specific people. The third part will no doubt combine all this. It will be the hybrid between Stockholm and Oslo. It will take the best and the worst of the previous parts. Now Valentyn Pospielov is serving as a volunteer in the Ukrainian army. I seriously chose my specialty. I went through training in civilian life, and in the same way I joined a specialized unit which carries out a certain activity. That's why it was a complete decision which I thought out before signing the contract. Valentyn considers defense of the country the main task. The war has to finish. Everything is simple. So there are now, let's say, intermediate results. The result of the war can be different, absolutely. But until it is over, I have to stay in the service. I remain a writer, it is inevitable. Even if I wanted to get rid of it, I think I would not manage. But now, most of my time is occupied by military service, it is obvious. That is why I think more of it. Watch the full stories in the documentary film Artists Warriors of Light on D1 and various streaming platforms.